Hey everyone, Christopher Harold here, workwithchrisharold.com, and welcome to part 2 of this video series that I was doing. If you guys been following me on my vlog series, you know a couple days ago I released a video that says why every living soul needs to own their own business. And I gave you those reasons why, and it should have resonated with you. It should have made common sense why everybody who is physically able and mentally capable to own a business, to start a business, should do so. Now today, I'm going to delve a little bit deeper, a little bit further, because everyone needs to own their own business. But in this video here, I'm going to share with you the right business you should own. Now, it's not just everyone should own their own business, but everyone should own the right kind of business. Because not all businesses work in your best interest or suit you. So this is going to be a great video. I'm going to get a lot of insights for you. And I got a little bit of my notes here because I like jotting down notes that I've come up with. So why everyone needs to own the right kind of business. Now, number one, this is the reason why everyone needs to own the right kind of business. Well, you know what? Before I even go there, let me share this with you here. What is the wrong kind of business? Well, is there such thing as a wrong kind of business? Well, it depends on what your goals are. You know, what are your goals? You know, that's going to determine the kind of business you're in. Now, there are all kinds of businesses. There are offline businesses that people have. You have brick and mortar businesses at the strip malls that people have. You have personal service businesses. You have online businesses. You have a lot of different strategies, a lot of different kinds of businesses that you can do. Networking businesses, a lot of different businesses. So let me tell you first, in my opinion, the kind of business you need to look for and the kind of business that you shouldn't look for. Number one, the right kind of business that you need has to do this. It has to do this. It has to create guys, there are two types of income that we have. Two types. It's earned income and passive income, or what we call working income and passive income. Most of you watching this video, most of us, period, have been conditioned and taught to make one kind of income, and that's working income. If you've been like myself or anybody else that's ever grown up in a house, in a family, grown up in a society that pushes a certain type of system, you've been told when you were a teenager to go get a job, go work for somebody else. So you've been embedded this information, you've been programmed since you were a kid, since you were a teen, that the way to make money is by working a job, is by working for your money. There's a saying that goes around that says, rich people have money work hard for them. Poor people or average middle class people, work hard for money. And it's because, guys, we've been taught only one way to earn money, and that's through working income. We have not been taught this, passive income. You have to have passive income in order to be rich or wealthy or financially free, which is all the same thing. You know, some of you got a problem with saying rich. I don't have a problem saying I want to be rich. Some of you do. Financially free and rich are the exact same thing. So get used to saying you want to be rich, because there's no difference saying I want to be financially free. That's a side note, and that was for free for you there. That was, but we have been conditioned and programmed to only work for money. And so what do? We do what everybody say. We go get a job. You know, we taught to grow up, to start working as a teen, start working for money. And you taught to go to school, you know, get good grades, you know, so you can go out and go to college and get good grades, so you're going to get a job and work for a company the rest of your life. And you're only taught to make income one type of way, but that would never get you the wealth, the financial freedom that you desire. It doesn't work that way. It's impossible because it gets taxed the most. I'll talk about that in another video. So we got to understand that. And now, So the right kind of business, guys, we're talking the right kind of business. The right kind of business produces passive income. That's why I personally feel, and I've been there so I can speak on this, that people in the personal service businesses are slaves as well. What do I mean by slaves? Well, they work for money. The same thing if you work in a job. I consider that organized slavery. We've all been slaves to the system where we all traded our time for money, just as a prostitute. We traded time for money. We traded service for money. Well, people in the personal service business, now, they're better than someone who's working a job, better than meaning that they're putting themselves on a better path where they can eventually, hopefully, be financial free or totally satisfied with what they do for a living. Not better as, people wise. But I mean that if you guys are familiar with the cash flow quadrant that Kiyosaki put out, he tells you that employees and self-employed or the personal service business is on one side of the quadrant. Other side of the quadrant, you have the investors and business owners. If you guys haven't seen that, you go look it up. But the point is that people in the personal service business, in my opinion, is not the right service kind of business because I've been there. I've been in the personal service business since '98 until what? Till last year. I was in the music business for 12 years. I was a music producer and a recording engineer, meaning that I used to have people come over and pay me an hourly wage to record their music or mix their music and produce their music. They paid me an hourly wage. So I had to exchange a service. I had to be physically there and do that for a certain amount of period of time to get paid. It was no different. It's different than working a job, but the concept remains the same. And so those who are barbers and beauticians and attorneys and plumbers and, even some doctors, all these kind of people are in the personal service business, right? But in my opinion, that's not the right kind of business to be financially free. Now, why? Because it doesn't produce passive income. You get paid that one-time pop, the same way when I did sales. I did outside sales for a couple of companies for about 7 years. I made money in it, but I got paid when I made a sale. It was commission only, but I only got paid when I made a sale. The same thing applies. I did not get paid any passive income. So that's why I don't feel a personal service business is the best business for you to be in. And the same thing if you own a business, you own a brick and mortar store, the same thing. Personally, I don't think that's the best business to start up in this day and age in 2013 because of the power of the internet. Now, I mentioned financially free. What is financially free? Well, my working definition means the ability to live the lifestyle you desire without having to work or to rely on anyone for money. That's my definition of being financially free. And so the only way to do that, guys, is to create passive income. And there are 2 ways you can create passive income. 2 ways. Number 1 is money working for you. Number 2 is, Number 2 is the business working for you. That's the 2 ways you create passive income. Is money working for you or your business. Oops, got myself on a marker. Business working for you. Now, how does money work for you? Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, things that are paper investments, owning mortgages, assets that appreciate in value. That's how money can work for you. Form of real estate, things of that nature. How can a business work for you? Network marketing companies, royalties, like when I was in the music business, getting royalty checks from writing books or songwriting or music or anything that an invention or something like that, royalty checks, rental properties, owning real estate, being the bank, doing owner financing because I got a background in real estate investing as well. Now, I was in the other model when I was in wholesale investing. I was in real estate, meaning that I was doing quick flip on properties. I was buying and selling properties without owning them, but I got paid one-time pop. So I was doing, the other model. I was working for money. But being an investor, being a true real estate investor, means money's working for you. So being a landlord, doing rental properties or owner financing or other things of that nature. vending machines, owning storage units, things of that nature, is the business working for you. Now here's the key, guys. You got to have a system. You got to have a system that's systematized to work without you. That's the key. The system has to be able to work without you. If you got to continually be there to make money, you're not doing it right. And you will never become financially free. You got to have a system. You got to have a system that works for you, because, guys, without passive income, you would never become free. That's why I love what I do with my current business now. Like I said, it took me up until last fall, when I finally put myself in position to get in the right business where I was able to create passive income for myself. As you know, I'm building my business right now through Empower Network. And the way it's set up with them is that the commission structure is so crazy that I can have wealth from infinity. The money is created. Not only do you get paid for working income, you also get paid from passive income at the exact same time. And the money can be ridiculous, because you become financially free once your passive income outweighs your expenses. Once it's more than your expenses, that's how you become financially free. And so, guys, the system I'm using now, with the pay plan, with the structure, with the community, with everything I put into it, with my team, is creating passive income from everyone. And that's the right business model to be in. You got to be in the business model that creates passive income. And if you guys want more information about what I do and what I'm doing, I'm currently mentoring people right now who are joining my team, who'll be able to create the lifestyle that they always wanted to live. You guys can click the link below the video and get started with me, and my assistant will give you a phone call, and we get everything set up for you. We'll set up a coaching call, we get everything set up for you, and show you how to get on this path to becoming financially free. That's the right business to be in, and I'm here to help you if you want to take that action, if you want to make that decision and get started down that road to true financial freedom. Like my videos, subscribe to my videos, post comments below, and I'll see you on the inside.